Hi folks, hope everybody's okay. I'm just going to pray and ask the Lord's blessing for this day. We thank you for your love and we thank you for your grace and your blessing. We give you the praise and glory. And Lord, we just pray that you would be in this video and for you. Amen. Amen. Hope everybody's okay today. I'm just defending my character. Over the last 6 months, a lady called Fiona Robertson accused me of certain things that affected her family. She failed to provide any evidence for this, and she slandered me notoriously on the internet. The atheist community jumped into this and absolutely battered me black and blue for 6 months, causing me a lot of hurt, emotional hurt and pain, where it led to an atheist who tried to one atheist called Cliff Jumper, who inspired another atheist who nearly was going to punch me, and then Cliff Jumper to come into town a couple of weeks later after that and try to, because of Fiona Robertson's horrendous, vile accusations. A few conversations were taking place with Fiona, with Arcane and Vekel, where as they talked to her, it was revealed that a lot of what she was saying was not true, that it was through her own incompetence of putting information on her Facebook account, and parents and children acting on their own accord, and it was absolutely nothing to do with me. Some atheists spoke out against this, but were muted and not allowed to veer their opinion. And so basically the atheist community swallowed her accusation. They didn't have any skepticism towards what she was saying and just accepted everything without question. Now it's turned out that she's been a thing and she's trying to cover the tracks, and she's been lying about other people. Now, I just want to put a disclaimer on this, that these are just things that you know, as far as I'm concerned, I don't know if these other things are the case or not, you know. But I know that in this area about her accusation towards me, she was lying. And I feel that there are these people, such as Galaxy Dream and others, who are coming out and saying that she's a liar. So I just want you to make up your opinion. I want you to decide yourself. And so there is a conversation here between Galaxy Dream and G-Man, and they're talking about, there's a phone call between Galaxy Dream and G-Man, and it's about how Fiona tries to cover her tracks, and I think it's a very interesting phone call. So we'll just listen in.
Okay, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I'm recording this phone call, and I'll probably be uploading it to YouTube. So, do you want to tell everybody who I'm talking to on the phone?
This is the one and only G-Man.
Okay. Hi, G-Man.
My buddy Galaxy. My buddy Galaxy.
He has my phone number, y'all. Okay, so anyway. All right, so here's the thing. There was a video.
She knows where I live. She knows where I live, so.
Yes, I do. All right, so there was a video put out tonight. I'm not even going to put it out, okay? Yet, because for those of you who don't know, which I'm sure everybody knows, unless you've been living under a rock, G-Man has been on vacation. So he hasn't really been, he's been paying attention to what's going on, but he hasn't been, as involved as he normally is. So anyway, you know a little bit about the Fiona situation that's going on right now. So remember when I talked to you last night and I asked you if you ever did a hangout with Fiona to talk about this thing where Rand called her a prostitute or soul, and something about a train ticket. Remember me asking you about that last night?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And you told me what? That it never happened, right?
Yeah, I never talked to Fiona about anything like that.
Right. Okay. So that's what I made my video about last night. Just telling people that, pointing out. So tonight, a video has come out, and it's screenshots of Fiona's computer and of her PM window with you on Google Plus, and it shows that there was a video call between you two on November 3rd. And so she is obviously pointing to that and suggesting that that is when you may have talked about this. One thing the
November 3rd? You said November 3rd?
There was two of them that the video showed. It showed a video call on November 3rd, and then on October 18th. But here's the thing. The video said, well, we can't know what they were talking about. Well, here's the thing. We can know what you were talking about. You want to know why? Because all we have to do is look at the text part of the chat. If people notice when they watch with screenshot of your chat, it cuts off what the actual chat was, right? Right before you guys called each other, you guys were chatting. And conveniently, this screenshot does not show that. So, G-Man, would you mind telling us what you guys were talking about on November 3rd? What can we expect to see in the actual chat that you'll be able to show us with screen share when you get back from your vacation?
Well, I'm going to show you basically that I was talking to Fiona about something that happened on the Magic Sandwich Show. Me and Fiona, I had contacted Fiona about, about her not being very good at sharing her face with everyone. I thought that when she was on the Magic Sandwich Show, I thought she did a really bad job at explaining like what it was that she believed in. I've never seen her really get pressed the way she got pressed. So when I come back, I'm going to show everybody word for word the actual conversation that I had with Fiona. And that's the only thing that we talked about. And the funny thing is, she hung the phone up. First time she's ever done it. But yeah, she hung the phone up for me.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Now, of course, I don't expect everybody to believe that because, again, I didn't record the conversation. But if Fiona's honest, she'll tell everyone that she hung the phone up on me. So she'll say, well, my internet connection went out. Yeah, right. She hung the phone up on me, Fiona.
Well, I will say, I would go so far as to say this. This is some more solid evidence that's going to show that she's manipulating people and misleading people because she purposely left out the chat part of that screenshot so that people would be guessing about what you guys were talking about that day. She thinks she's slick, but she's not, sorry. I'm smarter.
What she might be trying to do, I want to respect privacy. I didn't talk to G-Man or whatever. But when I get back, I mean, if I ship it immediately.
Yes.
But I would have told her about it first, but I would have screen shared it nonetheless. But I'm looking at it right now. You know what I mean? And when I get back, if Fiona doesn't, talk about it first, then I'll definitely come into your room and show everybody that what me and Fiona was talking about. But she needs to leave me out of all of this because she didn't talk to me about none of this stuff. And until she provides some actual proof, I'd really appreciate it. She keeps my name out of all of this.
Mm-hmm. So when's the first time that oh, by the way, when I said I'm smarter, that was a joke for the people who don't. Okay. Anyway. So, okay. When is the first time you heard anything about this train ticket thing?
The very first time I heard about it?
Yeah. Do you recall?
Google Hangout. J.E. Kane's Google Hangout. What that? I don't remember. Definitely J.E. Kane's Hangout. The greatest hangout. The best hangout of 2014. That was the one when Alexander Carson and Alex Barton was going head to head.
Oh, you're talking about the one that just happened Tuesday, the talking shit. Okay. The recent one. So that's the first time you heard about this train ticket thing.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So had most people. Interesting. Okay. So we're not going to find any PMs of you guys talking about the train ticket. What about you and Fiona about the prostitute comment that Rand made? Did you guys ever talk about that at all?
Honestly, that I don't remember, and I seriously doubt it. If we did, it was in a public hangout. Because I had a lot of people during that time coming to me asking me about, oh, you ain't nothing to rant about this. Okay, you ain't nothing to rant about that. You know, Galaxy's supposed to be your friend. Why didn't you say anything? Those are the kind of things that I dealt with in public hangouts, I think. So you got to just go to my channel, you'll see them. But as far as the private hangout with you, no. I'm feeling about none of that stuff. Absolutely not.
Okay. Actually, give me 1 second because I cannot recall if she said.
Okay, that's just a little bit. So, what do you think? It seems to be that Fiona Robertson is a pathological liar. It seems to be. So, what do you think? Do you think that's the case or not? What I do know is the atheist community, a lot of them are hypocrites because, you know, they're all butthurt about they're all trying to defend Fiona Robertson and all the rest. They're not applying their own skepticism they have to Fiona, but they'll apply it to anybody who criticizes her. So they'll be skeptical of Galaxy Dream, who's an atheist, who's criticizing Fiona Robertson. So they'll be skeptical of her, but they won't be skeptical of Fiona. They'll be skeptical of me, but they won't be skeptical of Fiona. So they're hypocrites. They'll only, the vast majority of the atheist community, you know, when they attack me and when she come up with this horrendous slander, the atheist community just swallowed it up wine and sink it, apart from a couple of people who said it was nothing to do with me. It was to do with an argument that on Facebook. But it was nothing, you know, nothing to do with me at all. And then what happens is, and Tonya, you know, I don't know Tonya Galaxy. We've had a brushing once or twice where we definitely didn't agree with each other in the comment section. We weren't very good with each other. But I have to say this with Tonya, she's very astute, and she said something quite profound, really. She said, when Fiona and her friends like Alex Borton are challenged, they take it personally, and so they start inventing slander about the person who's criticizing them, and blaming other people for the mistakes that they've made. And that is what's happening with Fiona Robertson at the moment, it seems. She's been criticized, and so she's invented stuff, or it seems to be that she's invented Tonya Galaxy and some others have been able just to expose it and show that it's an exaggeration. And that's what she did with me, and that's what Alex Borton did with me. They invented slander to slander me, and the atheist community allowed that to continue. They allowed it to happen, and it caused me a lot of mental anguish, a lot of hurt, and it traumatized me, and caused me nearly to have a nervous breakdown. And I think that the atheist community have to stop being hypocritical and apply their own skepticism to the people on their own side, and to scrutinize what their own people are actually doing and saying, and just on board without any critical assessment whatsoever. Now, I'm not saying that Fiona Robertson is as black as black. There might be misunderstanding by these various groups or whatever. There could be some of that going on. But what's interesting is some of the atheists, like Ozzy's wife, are saying, oh, this is no big deal. But it is a big deal. It's a very, very big deal. Because if this person doesn't have any integrity, then what they were saying about me doesn't have any integrity at all. and that person, Fiona Robertson, calls me a horrendous suffering. And the atheist community need to speak out and say something about it. And it's all right to abuse J-Ball. It's all right to kick J-Ball down and lie against J-Ball. But when the atheist community are doing it, when they support someone who's obviously seems to be involved in a cover-up, when they start to do it on their side, no, they won't expose them. They'll back them to the hilt. And anybody who tries to expose them, they get slandered, they get attacked. And you can see this horrible ugliness coming out of the atheist community at the moment, where there seems to be threats going on against each other. And it's ugly and it's horrible. And that's the kind of thing that I experienced. That's the kind of thing that I went through, and it was terrible. It was traumatic, and it was very, very painful. And all I wanted to do was to have a bit of fun and expose militant atheism. I didn't want to get involved in this kind of personal stuff that Fiona invented about me. And whenever I've been on a hangout and debated people, she's turned up and she's brought this thing up and she's harangued me, swore at me, been vicious towards me. And it's not right. It's not fair. If people disagree with each other, then just say, I don't agree with your position in creationism, Jason. But to get personal, to invent slanderous things about Ran Campbell or me or anybody else or even G-Man, to invent slander and try to cover up what you're saying, it is terrible. It's really, really vicious. And Fiona and her mates have been involved in these kind of things, and nobody's wanted to expose them. Nobody's been wanting to say anything because they're scared of these people. And at least Tonya Galaxy has had the bottle to speak out. At least she's had the courage. People on the J.D. Kane show last week had the courage to speak out against Alex Botton and against Fiona Robertson. At least they've had the courage to say it as it is. There are some atheists out there who have the bottle to say it as it is. And for too long, this group of people have bullied people with this kind of slander. If you challenge Alex Botton, if you challenge Fiona Robertson, and they don't agree with you, they'll slander you, to silence you, to demonize you so badly that no one will talk to you. That's wrong. Inventing slander like that, it's wrong. And it poisons the great debate. It poisons debate on the community. It poisons the discussion. It poisons academic discussion and debate. And I was a #1 target because I was the one who was challenging atheism, and they didn't like it. So they invented slander to take me out. And you as an atheist community stood by and watched them invent slander. And now that these two are being exposed, you don't like it. And some of you are defending them tooth and nail. Yet the suffering that they caused me was horrendous. And it's not about atheism, and it's not about Christianity. It's about being human beings. It's about treating each other with dignity. And you don't invent slander to the point that they invented slander was disgraceful. If I've ever made any mistakes, I have said sorry. These people will not say sorry. They will go defend so-called reputation. And what they'll do is anybody who attacks them, they will invent slander about them and demonize them. And it has to stop. It has to stop. They have to stop it. Picking on people and inventing slander about people and getting personal all the time. And they're making people's life a misery on YouTube. They're making it a misery. People just want to go on and debate. People want to discuss. They want to argue. And people like Fiona Robertson and Alex Botton invent slander, and they make everybody's life a misery. And the atheist community have to say enough is enough, because this crisis that you're in at the moment is making you look, as an atheist community, is making you look absolutely pathetic, and is vindicating everything I've said, or indicating that the great debate is a puppet show. It's just a puppet show of idiots slandering each other. That's all it is. And you've reduced the human intellect to cyberbullying abuse of bullying each other and slandering each other. That's what you've reduced the internet and YouTube to. And it has to stop. There has to be drawing of a line and saying enough's enough. We have to forgive and forget, all of us, Tonya Galaxy, Fiona Robertson, Alex Bott, and everybody. We all have to draw a line, and you have to cut it out and start talking to each other as human beings and forgive each other and cut the slander out. That's what has to happen. I want a formal apology from the atheist community about what you did to me. That you accepted Fiona Robertson's slander without question, without critical inquiry. You accepted that slander, and it caused me to nearly have a nervous breakdown. And you accepted that slander, and I want a public apology from every major atheist on the internet. I want a public apology from Iron Ra, Thunderfoot, DPR Jones, John McDropout, Christopher Mouty. Every single major atheist needs to make a video and give a public apology for what the atheist community did to me over that 6 months because of this woman's horrendous accusation, and you all backed her. Only a few atheist trolls spoke out and said this is not true. And you need to say sorry for what you did to me. Horrendous. It was horrendous what you tried to do to me. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because you're not getting away with what you did. This woman seems to be exposed. And if she's been exposed, then you need to all say sorry to what you did to me. Because what it is, I challenged Alex Botton, I challenged the atheist community, and I challenged Fiona Robertson. And because they couldn't take the challenge, they invented slander to try and silence me. And that is disgusting. But it's all right to kick Jabo. It's all right to give him a kick. It's all right to kick him down. We can do that, but we won't do it to our own people, even if our own people are lying through their back teeth. And that's hypocrisy as an atheist community. At least some atheists on, not J.D. Kane, but on J.D. Kane's show, there were some atheists on there who had the honesty and the bottle to say it as it is. They're no friends of mine. They don't think much of me, but at least they have the honesty to call out Alex Botton. They have the honesty to call out Fiona Robertson. They have the bottle to say it as it is. They're not friends of mine. If they were here, they'd be giving me trouble. They'd be saying bad things about me. So they're not my friends, but at least they have the bottle to say it as it is. One atheist called Carter said Alex Botton doesn't like to be challenged. And Alex Botton mutes everybody when he's talking to them if he doesn't like them. And yet Carter did it to him a few times, and Alex Botton couldn't stand it. Alex Botton then goes and blocks Geek when Geek was arguing with him and winning an argument, exposing the controlling attitude of this guy and the manipulation that he does and the double standards. And so you've got to stop being hypocritical as an atheist community. You've got to stop the slander. You've got to stop ratcheting all this up to a height that's just so emotionally high that it's just ridiculous. So leave me out of it. I don't want to get involved. I'm not involved. I don't want to get involved. But I'm just telling you this, that at the end of the day, I'm full of the joy of the Lord. I'm doing the Lord's work. But I have to say that that woman, Fiona Robertson, invented a slander against me that was horrendous, and you as an atheist community showed no skepticism. And it seemed as if she's exposed now. And you need to say sorry to me. And the fact that you won't say sorry to me shows how despicable, pathetic, disgusting, and vile you are as an atheist community. And that goes to John McDropout, it goes to Ozzy and his wife, it goes to Christopher Mouty, it goes to DPR Jones, Thunderfoot Arona. The whole stinking lot of you are a disgusting, pathetic bunch of people for allowing some of your people to invent a slander against never standing up for me, never calling this person out for their skepticism and being skeptical about what they were saying about me. You're a despicable bunch of atheists, and you're bringing atheism into disrepute, the lot of you. You're a shower of disgusting, vile people. The way you're conducting yourselves. And you picked on me and bullied me and cyberbullied me and nearly made me have a nervous breakdown because of this woman's horrendous accusation. So, I'll leave it with you. As this drama rages with Galaxy Dream and Fiona Robertson and all the rest of it, I don't know who said what, I don't know what. Fiona is being exposed. That what she's saying doesn't seem to be matching up to reality. Maybe I'm wrong. But at the end of the day, you as an atheist community, a lot of you will defend this person no matter what. And I tell you why you'll defend her, because you know if she goes down, if she's exposed as a liar, it's comeback time for you as atheists, because you know that this issue that she caused with me will be brought up, and the whole atheist caboodle, the whole atheist group on the internet will come crashing down and be exposed for a bunch of shenanigans that you are. So you're going to fight tooth and nail against Galaxy Dream. You're going to try and destroy her reputation, because you know you need to save Fiona's neck, because you know if she falls about I'm innocent, will be vindicated, and you'll all be made to look disgusting and evil for what you did to me. So I'm going to just enjoy my Christmas. I'm going to enjoy getting on with Christmas. I'm going to enjoy following the Lord, serving the Lord. And I'm not interested in drama. I'm not interested in being a drama queen. I'm not interested in getting involved in these things. But I will speak out. I will speak my mind. I won't be bullied. I won't be kowtowed. I won't be pushed down and silenced by a bunch of nut jobs. So it's up to you as an atheist community to sort it out. Don't, as an atheist community, come near my channel. Don't come near me. I don't want to talk to John McDropout. I don't want to talk to Christopher Mouty. I don't want to talk to any of you atheists out there until you get it sorted out. Till you get your hypocrisy sorted out. Until you get it sorted out who are the liars in your group and who aren't the liars. And have the bottle to speak out against those who are liars in your group. As far as I'm concerned, you're a total pathetic joke, the lot of you. And you just go around picking on people. and you picked on me. So happy Christmas and God bless you all. And if anybody says, oh, whatever, you know, Fiona Robertson claims to be a Christian. She claims to be a Christian. And yet, and she says she calls out atheists. And yet it was the atheist that paid her train fare to go down to Birmingham or wherever Alex Botton lives. It was the atheist that paid her train fare. So basically, she has been in the pocket of the atheist community. 1 minute she was saying, oh, I'm not on the atheist side, I am an independent Christian. And yet the next breath we hear that the atheists have paid for a train ticket to go down to be with them for the day. And on that day, they spent a lot of that day watching videos about me, not about Dustin Seegers. They were watching videos about me. And if you don't believe me, you can go and find a video clip of them on that day. And they're double standards and lying all the time, because one atheist said that they went down not just for the birthday of Alex Botton, but they actually went down because of me, because they said that it was funny because Jason Burns has mentioned that there's this plot, so we'll all get together just for a laugh. So it wasn't just about a birthday, it was also for a laugh, because I said that they were all plotting. So they can't even get the story straight when it's just simple.
That the hangout she did with you to talk about this was a private hangout. So let me look. Give me 2 seconds. Just gonna pull this up real quick. Let's see.
Yeah, be careful with stock accounts. You got people. I hear there's just somebody going around claiming to be the chocolate atheist, and obviously there's some Gene imitators out there. So be careful.
Oh yeah. I fell for one the other night. I went in a hangout the other night because I saw your profile thingy in there, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go say hi. And it wasn't you, it was some fake account. So, all right, so I'm looking at Fiona's private message with Mark, because that's where all this is coming from. And it's also been said to me in a private hangout by G-Man. So, and she sent that to Mark on November 21st.
Fiona, if you're listening, Fiona, I would greatly appreciate it if you stop telling people that, because unless you can provide some audio proof or something, no, I didn't talk to you about that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can record most of the things that me and Fiona talk about, but what I'll do is I'll wait until I come back and I'll you know, we can invite her into the Google Hangout once I get a permission, you know, or whatever, depending on how she talks to me and whatnot. Because you know I'll do it without it.
Mm-hmm. So you'd be willing to talk to her about this when you get back then?
Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, everyone. Yeah, Fiona's been talking a lot. Me and Fiona's been talking a lot when I get back, because you know, I don't want to reveal too much about it, but I'm a little sick and tired of that little trio over there in Europe, of Alex, Fiona, and a couple of those other guys, and I'm going to start dealing with those guys head on, and I mean in an aggressive fashion. I never really like focus on them before, but I'm going to this time because you know, a lot of, you know, I'll get into that when I get back. I'm trying to enjoy my vacation.
Yeah, you can save it. That's cool. Okay. Well, I guess.
So there we are. I hope you know. So I've just played a bit of this, just so that you can see that, you know, Fiona Robertson seems to be saying one thing about somebody, and you know, as far as I'm concerned, G-Man, I believe everything G-Man says. He's a good guy. I love him, respect him, and I think Galaxy is who's in that conversation there is very bold and honest in what she's doing. She's being honest about Fiona Robertson, and that's a bold move to make. So I'll leave it with you. That was G-Man and Galaxy Dream talking about Fiona Robertson, where she was saying things about G-Man which wasn't true, or seemed, well, I know it wasn't true, but you know, just for as far as I'm concerned, but you know, you might disagree, or maybe it is the case. I don't know, but as far as I'm concerned, I believe G-Man. As far as I'm concerned, you know. So there we are. Galaxy Dream is an atheist, so there we are. I just want to say again that Galaxy Dream made a very powerful and a very obvious statement. And she said, this trio, and the G-Man was talking about this trio, if you challenge them, they take it personally and then start to invent slander about you. And they and Fiona and her trio invented a slander about me, that I'd said that she was a stalker, and that this then affected her child. And her child was assaulted because I said that. Now, I qualified it that I meant she was internet stalking, that she was going around following people and bothering people. I apologized if I had said that and it upset her. But she then invented this slander about her child. And she did that to silence me, to keep me silent. And the atheist community followed in and waded in to keep me silent. And whenever I went out a hangout, she would bring it up to silence me. When I was winning debates, she would come on and then start going on about this to silence me. And this was like 6 months after, when she said, oh, she's forgiven and forgotten, and then she'd bring it up again and bring it up again. Every time I'm doing a debate and beating the atheist, she would come on and she'd bring up this slander. And it was a means to try and silence me. Now, she already admitted that this video that I made, she had it on her. That's her ability, not mine. She also admitted that it was a parent who saw this video on her Facebook. So that is not my problem, that's her problem. Then she also admitted that there were other children in her place, wherever it is, that heard the parents talk and that acted on what the parents said. Right? Now that's the parents, and that's these teenagers or young children, whoever heard that. All these steps are nothing to do with me. But on top of that, you had other atheist internet trolls who actually said there's something going on. There was something going on her Facebook. I don't know what it was, but some argument, some discussion, something, some row or something. And it was nothing to do with me. And so because I challenged Fiona and the atheist community, she invents that this whole slander that was to do with even to do with me, and then uses this issue that happened to her child and puts it on me to silence me when it was nothing to do with me, and using this issue of me saying she's an internet stalker, meaning going around on people's channels and trying to talk to them when they don't want to talk to her, which was me. I mean, I definitely didn't want to talk to her, and she kept coming on my channel making comments, and I have no interest in talking to her. And using that, and then because she's upset about that, then creates a massive whole crap fest of a slander. And no one's willing to say anything on my side, the Christians, because it's emotional blackmail. She's emotionally blackmailing everybody. Oh, you Christians, my child's been hurt. So the Christians don't want to say anything. So we're all being emotionally blackmailed, and this idiot has created a slander to try and silence me. And then we had an atheist idiot, cliff jumper, coming into Manchester filming me, nearly causing me a breakdown because of it, and then nearly assaulting me. All because of an idiot who you challenge can't take the challenge, so creates a whole slander fest. And that's what she's been doing recently, or it seems to be that she's been doing. It seems to be. And I've no reason to doubt Galaxy Dream, and she's an atheist.
I think we covered everything. I just wanted to, point that out to people and just let them know that when you come back, they'll be seeing for themselves that you guys were not talking about that at all. So,
can I say a couple of things before you hang up?
Yeah. Say whatever you want. Go ahead.
Number one, you know I love you, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's number one.
I do.
Number two, you still didn't send me my cookies.
I know. Oh, yeah, you're right. I haven't. I'm a liar. That's what people are calling me now anyway.
No, you just forgot. You know what I mean? And then number three, I would like for you to come to the Google Hangout when I face Forbidden Fruit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure, I can do that.
Yeah.
Have you heard back from him yet?
He's kind of happy. Yeah, I gave him a PM. He seems pretty excited that me and him are going to be talking in about 9 days.
So there we are. So I'll leave it with you. I'm just going to enjoy Christmas. You enjoy Christmas. I'm not bitter or anything like that. I have no bitterness whatsoever against Fiona, against Cliff Jumper, against any of these people. I really don't. I'm happy. I want them to be happy. But you can't go around doing that horrendous slander that you did to me. You can't do that and get away with it. You just can't do that. It's not right. It's not fair. And this situation where everybody's at each other's throats in the atheist community because of the accusations against Fiona by Galaxy Dream and others, you know, at the end of the day, if it all turns out to be true about Fiona, then the atheist community, you need to apologize to me for what you did to me, because it was horrendous. It was absolutely horrendous. And you caused me a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, and a lot of aggravation. And you took matters outside YouTube, and it wasn't fair. I mean, I wouldn't even dream in a million years of hurting any child, let alone Fiona's child. I wouldn't even dream of it. So to even trying to pin that on me, it was disgusting. It was horrible. I wish Fiona, I wish her family, I wish her happiness. I wish her family happiness. I wish her children happiness. I wish Alex happiness. I wish all of these people happiness. I don't want to get into this where it's ratcheted up such a heightened sense. I don't want that to happen to anybody. And you know, things have got to come down a level, and people have got to talk to each other as human beings. You know, so I would say that you need, you know, Alex Botton and Fiona Robertson and people like you who are defending you, I would say you need to pull back and you need to calm down and you need to just get on debating and talking to people and chatting with people and just being friendly, and stop this kind of slanderous methodology, because it's not right and it's not fair. And we should all get on. And I'm part of the internet. I'm here, and I'm going to be here for a long, long time. I'm going to be preaching my sermons. I'm going to be doing debates over the years. I'm not going anywhere. So you're going to have to get used to me. You're going to have to live alongside me on the internet, and realize that I have a voice. I have something to say. I have something to contribute to the internet. I have a voice, and my voice is just as valuable and as valid as your voice. You've got a voice. You have a right to speak. I have a right to speak. But you can't silence that voice by inventing slander so horrendous that it nearly destroys that person. You can't do that, because that's not fair and that's not right. And you know, for you all the best. I wish her a happy Christmas, and I really mean that. I wish Alex Botton a happy Christmas. I wish these people a happy Christmas. I wish every atheist a happy Christmas. I wouldn't want any atheist any harm to come to any atheist at all. I wish them all the best. I sincerely do that. I sincerely do. I sincerely do. And yeah, so enjoy your Christmas, and pull back away from this train crash that is taking place at the moment, and get back to some civilized discussion and chat and talk and debate, and get away from this backbiting, bitching, puppet culture. That's what the big debate is at the moment, is of disgruntled, egotistical drama queens. That's all it is. So I'll leave it with you. I'll leave the comment section open. If there's any abusive comments, I'll just block you. But I would like constructive criticism, not only to me, but also to the atheist community, also to Fiona Robertson and Alex Botton. I want to see fair, honest, critical reflection on this video. I don't want a drama fest. I don't want people to be attacking Fiona. I don't want people to be attacking Alex. I don't want people to ratchet this up. I want people to just critically reflect, and all of us should take on the criticism and move on. I should move on. Everybody else should move on. So that's up to you. If you want to take the drama to a new level, that's up to you. But I think we should do it in a grown-up way and move on in an honest, fair way. And all I've ever wanted to do is debate. And I would never have criticized militant atheism if it weren't for the fact that they were not willing to debate me academically. And that is where I was coming from. And to silence me by inventing such horrendous slander was not right. It was not fair, and it was dishonest. And you need to own up about that. But anyhow, God bless you all. Love to everybody. Have a lovely day. And yeah, so take care. I have no hard feelings towards Fiona. I wish her all the best. I really do. Have a great Christmas, Fiona, and have a great Christmas. And everybody else out there, have a wonderful Christmas. And yeah, so I'll see you when I see you. I might, if G-Man sends me a PM, I might come on his show to talk with Forbidden Fruit with him and others. I don't know the time factor, what it will be in England. It might be a bit too late for me. If not, I'll probably see you after Christmas. All right. So thank you for listening, and God bless you. Take care.